Hello everyone, welcome back to the third episode of the Paul Groseclose Show, the show where I take some stuff that I want to talk to you guys about and yes, share what I'm thinking and throw it at you. So today we're going to be talking about some issues that I've been having with Apple recently, just why stuff isn't working correctly on my iPhone, my computer, and I'm just going to be ranting to you guys a little bit. I talked about this a little bit on Twitter, but I'm just going to really be explaining what's going on with my Apple devices and why I'm so ticked off with the Apple ecosystem right now. So yeah, as I said, I mentioned this a lot on Twitter, but I've been having some issues with my iPhone, my iMac here, and let me explain some issues that I've been having. First, I'm going to be talking about my iPhone, and you know, iOS 11 sucks. That's like everyone knows that, but Apple needs to work on their quality control, and I've been really feeling the brunt of that recently. To start off, recently, like in the past couple weeks, I've been having this issue, and today, once I reset it for like the third time, it hasn't happened so far today, but I'm not saying it's not going to happen again, but a couple weeks ago, once I updated to the newer version of iOS 11, I started having this issue where apps would crash. If there's an easy way to show you, so like I go down to my like suggested, and like I type in the app, and then I open the app, and then it would crash, and then I would not be able to open that app or any other app on my phone unless I rebooted. These past few days, I've needed to reboot 5 times a day, and that sucks. Why should I have to have a $750 phone and have to reboot it 5 times a day for it to work properly? It makes me really want to try some of the Samsung ones, and I hate to say that because I'm an Apple sheep. I've always been an Apple sheep. I love Apple products. I feel like they're sleek, they're sexy, they just work. But recently, Apple has really been dropping the ball with the just working factor. The other thing that it's been doing is there's this new feature in iOS 11 where it shuts off notifications when you're driving. I'll randomly go on my phone and there'll be a pop-up screen that's like, hey, get off your phone, you're driving. This is all quality control. This is all a quality control issue. This would have never happened if there was a good quality control department and Apple was not trying to just throw out stuff. And if you guys did not hear about this, iOS 12 was originally supposed to be a complete redesign, just like iOS 7 was to iOS 6, but after all the repercussions of how horrible people's experience was with iOS 11, yeah, they're not doing that. They're waiting for iOS 13 for that complete redesign. I think that's perfect. I don't care about fancy features. I just want my phone to work. I don't do that much on my phone. I do social media management, I'll play an occasional game, I'll do some just occasional things, I'll text my friends, FaceTime people, I call people. There's not much that I do on my phone, and I feel like Apple's trying to push all these other things, which is great to show that your phone can do more things, but if your phone can't do the things that it's supposed to do properly, that completely ruins the purpose of your phone. Even though there's all these cool new features and all this cool stuff that your phone can do, it's not worth it if you can't do it well. The Apple HomePod, yeah, so now it leaves white marks on wherever it was if it sits on wood surfaces. What? Why does it do that? That makes no sense. Apple does not care about quality anymore. HomePod is beautiful, but your table's not going to be beautiful with a white, now that it has a white mark on it. They need to work on the products that they have. They should not release anything new, update anything new. They need to refine what they have. I would be perfectly fine if they had waited an extra year to release the iPhone 10. That would have been amazing. Okay, even though it wouldn't have been the 10th anniversary iPhone anymore, they could have made a much better phone. They could have spent more time on the design, maybe not even had a notch. They were trying to get to the point where the screen would have a fingerprint sensor, so you could just press on the screen and it would unlock your phone, just like a normal fingerprint, like an actual home button. That's amazing, and I don't know why they didn't do that. They were gonna do that, but then they were like, oh, we don't have enough time for that, so then they rushed Face ID. So Apple keeps rushing things to get stuff out. The 2016 MacBook Pro, the only reason why it came out so early was just to get it before Christmas. So the 2016 MacBook Pro, it was just a Christmas device, just a Christmas update. And the 2017 one basically updated the processors and fixed all the bugs that the 2016 model had. and it had a lot of bugs. It's really annoying because I want Apple to succeed. I love I have an Apple phone, Apple computer. Everything is Apple. I have Apple branded Beats with the W1 chip. I mean, I am Apple immersed. I feel like they need to really optimize. They need to beef up their consumer computers more powerful, because the iMac Pro is the only Apple computer that is actually powerful enough to run Premiere and Final Cut and all the other softwares beautifully well. But I don't have, and most people don't have, $5,000 minimum to be placing on a desktop. People are going to continue spending money, and I know a lot of people got mad at me on Twitter when I said I wish Apple would fail. I want Apple to fail, and now to me they already have. But the thing is that to consumers they haven't. People still buy Apple products. People will still continuously buy the HomePod, even though it's a speaker with the stupidest assistant there is. And you can't sell a $300 smart speaker when it's not actually smart. Siri cannot read your calendar. So you buy a smart home that can't connect to your calendar. You can only listen to music with Apple Music. There's no like Bluetooth streaming to it. I feel like Apple is stuck. They keep kicking you because you need to own everything in the Apple ecosystem to get the full experience, which is very smart marketing wise, but it's very annoying for your average consumer who's not a complete Apple geek. I wanted to rant a little bit about Apple. I love them to death. I love their products. They're beautiful, and I want their products. I want an Apple Watch. I want a HomePod, as stupid as it sounds. I want the iPhone 10, but the thing is that they're dumb products. I'm going on like a rabbit trails with this rant, so yeah, that's all I really have to say. I love Apple. I'm an Apple sheep, and recently I've just had issues with their computers and phones and different stuff like that, and I just feel like their quality control is just going downhill. So hopefully you guys agree with me. Tell me what you think about Apple or with Samsung and everything. I'm gonna get into this more in a future video that's more edited down and thought out and not just a rant. Thank you guys so much for listening to my rant. What do you guys think about the different companies? What do you think about iOS 12? I really hope iOS 12 will be what it needs to be. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Paul Groseclose Show. If you guys are new here, please press the subscribe button, like the video, share the video, subscribe. You guys know the drill. Push notifications. Make sure those guys are on, and I will see you in the next episode.